I do not have ADA access. I do not have ADA access.
I'm not sure what that means. Could you please elaborate for me, sir?
Judge, this is Jay Shore. I'm a certified Americans with Disabilities Act advocate. You're fully aware of what that means because you have an email that you referred to in last hearing. And it's time for you to perform an ex parte hearing so he can have ADA access and stop bringing this out into open court, which is a violation of the ADA, and you're aware of that as well.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. Mr. Shore is not a licensed attorney in the state of Kansas or anywhere else. He shouldn't be speaking for Mr.
I think he was trying to provide some explanation.
Notice that the first time I bring this email up that the judge knows about that requests ADA accommodations for my client, the judge says, I think he was trying to provide some explanation. The next time it's going to be totally different.
I need more than CART to have ADA access, and you know this.
And I'm trying to define what that service you're requesting is.
Judge, 42 U.S. Code 12203 says it's unlawful to coerce, intimidate, threaten, or interfere with ADA rights. And you're doing that right now. It's unlawful for you to do that.
Judge, I'm going to continue to object. He's not a licensed attorney in the state of Kansas. He doesn't represent Mr. He needs to speak for himself.
Mr. does not have administrative access to this court, and it has nothing to do with arguing in court. Mr. is being barred from access to this court through the ADA because Judge Journey is denying him that access and intimidating him and coercing him and threatening him under open court. So I mean, I don't have to be an attorney to assert that he does not have administrative access in this court, period.
He's making a legal argument, Your Honor, so I still object.
Well, you know, practicing law without a license, there's a number of ways it's defined, including the rules of this court, which he's talking to me about how the rules of this court should be applied in this case.
If you want to testify on the record that I'm practicing law without a license by advocating for my client, I'm happy to cross-examine that.
Judge, you don't get cross-examined. Obviously, I'm telling you something that's so
if I'm going to be accused, I'm going to cross-examine my accuser. I have a right to do that.
You have no right to speak at this hearing, period.
I would tend to agree.
I do not have ADA access. Again, I do not have ADA access.
The generality of your request is impossible to comply with.
Are you saying that you're incompetent to give him ADA access to this court, Judge?
You're done. Mr.
I do not have ADA access.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
I do not have ADA access.
Thank you. Regarding the motion for removal of this court.
So after having my client express for 7 times in a row that he does not have ADA access, this judge proceeds to go ahead and rule against him. And when it upsets my client and he brings it up, watch what happens next.
I can't even object to this because I don't have ADA access.
Thank you, Mr.
And I submit.
Why is this continue to proceed when I don't have ADA access? Y'all are aware of it. Why are we continuing the court when I don't have ADA access?
Not addressed.
Your Honor, I had originally journalized all the findings that you made with regard to issues in your ruling on April 15th of 2022.
So why do we not have ADA access when I've asked for it? Why is this court continuing to go on without access?
Your Honor, to answer your question, I did that.
Why is this court continuing to happen even though ADA access has not been met, Judge?
Your Honor, the final division of asset and debt was not handled in your ruling on April
Mr.
15th.
Journey, why are you continuing to let this go on without ADA access?
I don't know what your ADA access requires. We've provided services for you that you've not taken advantage of. I don't know why, but the hearing has to
You
go
have
forward.
refused an ADA access in an ex parte hearing.
There he is getting legal advice from his helper there.
And you have an email from Joni Wilson explaining all of
I'm sorry.
Are you laughing at this, Judge?
I'm sorry. I can't help it. Okay. So
Are you laughing because I've asked for accommodation?
I'm laughing
Not
because
been
of
met?
my circumstances. No, you twisted everything. Anyway.
So now, Mr. Journey, the judge, actually the administrator over this issue, because this is an ADA matter, has issued a notice of hearing saying that both parties are being noticed to this hearing, but only my client can attend. And this is something that is intimidating to my client. It's something that denies my client access and actually says you have to attend in person. You can't attend in Zoom, and no other members of the public can attend. We've asked that I be included in any ADA matters that my client has to discuss, and the judge is denying that flat out up front on this notice of hearing. So here again, he's denying access again, mocking my client. And this is the way that Phillip Journey conducts himself as honorable, which is totally dishonorable. So this is me talking directly to Judge Journey and Mr. Blanchard. If you guys are as tough as you act like you are, I encourage you to show this video to the Kansas bar and have me charged with unauthorized practice of law when I've clearly stated my position. I want to go against you. I want you to come against me. Let's duke this out, because if you're really that sure of your position, there's no need to wait. What you do next will determine whether or not you're weak or whether you're strong. I'm going to let these people know what you do. I'm predicting you do nothing. If you do something, I'll be pleasantly surprised. If you get me charged with unauthorized practice of law, I'll be pleasantly surprised. I want to cross-examine your testimony. I want to see how you act when you get on the stand, instead of sitting behind that bench with that robe on. That's what I want to see. So, I'm looking forward to this. Bring that shit on.